do, and am I potentially infecting someone else unknowingly?
Right, and we've talked to several experts throughout this pandemic who say that test is a moment in time. You can take a test on a Wednesday, go out shopping, go into a store, come into contact with someone, heaven forbid, contract the virus. Your test results come back Friday. They say you're negative, but in that time, you've gotten the virus. So it really would be helpful to have a test at home so you can just continue to check up on your health.
Right, and especially for people who want to travel, right? This would be a way to get into maybe some countries where you would have to have that result 72 hours before you get on the plane.
Very interesting. All right, well, you can continue to weigh in about this, but first we want to update you on a story that many of you have been talking about online. This morning, vacationers at Myrtle Beach woke up to flames. A fire at Ocean Lakes Campground damaged 10 houses and impacted 45 guests, according to our CBS affiliate there. At least 4 of those sites were destroyed. No guests were hurt, but 2 firefighters had to go to the hospital from heat exhaustion. Angela Brewitt from Stokes County is at the beach and is staying at a property nearby. She said she woke up around 4:30 this morning and definitely knew something was wrong when she went outside.
Not expecting, to be down there on vacation and wake up to hearing about the news at Ocean Lakes, and went out on the deck and smelling the smoke and then going to the ocean and still seeing smoke.
Well, Brewitt's friend took these photos of the campground. She and her family are staying there. They're okay, and the place that they're staying was not damaged. But Brewitt says her heart goes out to the families who weren't so lucky.
Very scary. They didn't know how far it was going to go or, spread throughout the campground up there. If I'd have been standing myself, I would have been devastated too. Pack up and leave. What do you do?
The fire department is still investigating what started the fire. 6 cars and 6 golf carts were also damaged.
All right, it is 2 Wants to Know game show time here at the 4 to 5. Okay, we're going to do Family Feud kind of style, all right? So what are the main ways you prevent COVID-19 from spreading, Maddie?
I hit the buzzer.
And you say?
I'm going to go with wear a mask.
Is wear a mask up there? It is, in fact, up there. Okay, Tim, it is your turn.
Buzz, yeah. I say stay away from people, social distance.
Okay, is social distance up there? It is there! Way to go. Okay, now, Maddie, I'm going to put you on the spot one more time because we've got the third one here. What are you going to do? Is it up there?
Stay home if you're sick. Stay home if you're sick.
Yes! Okay, so there are other things like wash your hands, of course, right? But the CDC is also adding this. That's right, cracking your car window when you're traveling with other people. The CDC says it could help disperse the droplets. Now, if you can't crack your window, the CDC recommends you turn on your AC and your non-recirculating air. If the whole idea is if you're in the car with several people, you cannot physically social distance no matter what you did. So this will help disperse those air particles. All right, could you use a reason to smile? Starting at 5:30 today, we're doing what we do every Friday. We focus on what brings joy to you. Now, these are stories that you really can't help but smile about. We hope you'll join us at 5:30.
Sure. Mic check 1, 2, 3, 4. Mic check 4 to 5. Mic check. No problem.
Welcome back to your 4 to 5. Planet Fitness is taking action so they can reopen. Starting tomorrow, the gym will require everyone to wear a face covering no matter what. So that means if you're running on the treadmill or lifting weights, yeah, you're wearing a mask. Employees are already told to wear masks. If someone has a medical condition or doesn't want to wear a mask while they're working out, they can call to have their account frozen. No exceptions here. Gyms will have masks on hand in case people don't have one. So our digital guru, Brian Bennett, is taking a look at the comments. People are talking about this online, Brian. This is really the first big gym to require people to wear a face covering while they work out.
Yeah, absolutely, Maddie. And let me just tell you something. People are not feeling this one at all, okay? We're going to kick things off with Lou. You don't believe me? You can see for yourself. He says, there goes a lot of members. Hard enough to breathe with the mask. Now with workouts, will be worse. Good luck with that. All right, and Miss Fall says, what a joke. Melanie says, I run daily and there's no way I'd risk passing out on a treadmill because I wore a useless mask. I don't think it's useless, but I understand where you're coming from. Joyce says, okay, reading some of these comments is outrageous. You can exercise without being in a gym. So clearly she was kind of over everybody complaining. So I don't know, Maddie, do you think you can exercise with the mask on?
I don't think I could exercise with the mask on, but that is why I won't be going to an indoor gym for a while. Tahesha, it is certainly more difficult to take big, deep breaths, especially if you're running or working out in a mask. But I understand why they're saying you got to wear one to work out, because we are breathing so heavily and those droplets, I know that's gross, are coming out of us.
I mean, if that's what it took to open the gyms here in North Carolina, I would wear the mask because I've been waiting since March for the gyms to reopen. That being said, will I enjoy it? No. I just tried to run outside yesterday and I wasn't even wearing a mask and I was dying. So I can't even imagine with a mask, but I would learn to train my body. And here's the other thing too, people who wear masks when they work out, I was looking at this on Instagram way before the pandemic. It was actually a way to build your endurance. So that's what people would be doing, wearing the masks and working out.
Yeah, I just don't think that I am ready, even with the mask on, to go inside of a gym just yet. But I'm going to stick to the outdoor workouts. I think they're working, so we're gonna do that for a while. But I do understand why people are questioning this decision. It is a way for them to be able to reopen, though, I suppose.
Right, make some money. So, and the people that don't want to do it, they can freeze their membership. So they have that option too.
Yeah, I was surprised when I learned that about this story, that the people who don't want to wear a mask, they're just going to have to freeze their membership for now. They are really not taking any excuses with this one. All right, more of the 4 to 5s coming back right after this. Stick around.
Hi there. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10.
You know, one of these days it's going to be cooler. I don't know when, though. Not anytime soon. We're just keeping the heat. And, you know, even when it hasn't been quite as hot with the numbers, 88, 89, the humidity has been even worse. So we've seen that the last couple of days. Worse humidity, and the heat is a little bit more deceiving than that. You look at the temperatures here, just 90 in Greensboro. Feels, though, like 98 degrees when you factor in that oppressive humidity. Feels like 100 right now in Burlington. Pretty much the same story anywhere you look. It is tough to be outdoors. I can attest to that right now. Radar picture, not much showing up at the moment, but later on this evening, I expect between about 8 and midnight. 8 and midnight tonight. Probably pretty active for some thunderstorms. One or two of them could get a little bumpy, so we'll keep you posted on that as we get a little later on. Muggy weather sticking around for Saturday, just a pop-up storm here or there. Sunday, similar, but I think there is going to be a band of rain that sets up over the mountains or foothills. If you have plans that way to the west on Sunday, could be a real wet day of weather. Of course, we're always looking at Isaias, that tropical system, which could be on the borderline between a hurricane and a tropical storm, right on the edge of that this weekend. Here's where it is right now. It's near the Bahamas and moving closer to Florida. So that's South Florida there. It'll be coming real close as we get into the weekend. In fact, this is the latest updated 5 o'clock advisory, hot off the press here. Notice the cone still includes pretty much all of central and eastern North Carolina. We could see tropical storm conditions across much of the state Monday into Tuesday. Coming up, we'll have a closer look at that forecast for Isaias. Here's your 7-day forecast picture. Looks to me rain is pretty likely as we go into Monday. It's just a question of how much and how much we could see into Tuesday as well. After that, just typical summertime weather returns.
Coming up on WFMY News 2 at 5 o'clock. Starting tonight, restaurants across the state must cut off alcohol sales at 11 instead of 2 a.m. Triad restaurant owners react to the curfew and who is in charge of enforcing this new rule. That's next on WFMY News 2 at 5.
Hello, ice cold milk and an Oreo cookie, they forever go together.
Hello, 123 123 456.
Hi, Alabama, Alaska, Arizona, Arkansas.
Callie, happy Friday, Callie.
Hello, mic check 1 2 3 4 5. Ooh. It's time for my 2 cents. Life is stressful, no doubt about that. I want to let you into my world and share with you my current stressor. Trying to plan a wedding in the middle of a pandemic. And I get it. It's already a stressful thing to begin with, but now it's just on another level. The entire wedding industry is turned upside down. So I got engaged at the beginning of the year, and like many brides-to-be out there, within a few weeks I was pinning things on Pinterest, looking up hashtags on Instagram, figuring out what wedding dress shape works best for me. And then the pandemic hit, and then I really lost motivation. Because to me it was like, well, what's the point? I don't even know if we'll be able to gather. I don't know if vendors we are considering now will even be around, and we don't want to lose any deposits. But I'm looking at 2021 like, will we brides have the wedding we want? What date is best? I'm thinking fall would be good. Maybe a vaccine will be out, but then everyone is canceling their weddings for this year, so next year will be crazy, right? Okay, deep breath. But these are the thoughts that keep me up at night. But to all the couples planning their big day, in the end, we will be marrying our best friends and starting our lives together, and that's what's most important, right? So until then, let's just take it day by day. Form your own opinion. That's just my 2 cents. That's your 4 to 5. WFMY News 2 at 5 starts right now. Puerto Rico picking up the pieces after now Hurricane Isaias passed through. At the same time, Florida is bracing for their own damage.
The forecast brings the storm right along the North Carolina coast. This afternoon, Governor Roy Cooper issued a state of emergency, and mandatory evacuations are underway for Ocracoke Island. Our chief meteorologist, Tim Buckley, is tracking Hurricane Isaias right now. And Tim, you just got in a new update on the track. That's
right, Julie. New numbers, a new updated track. And I will tell you the one change with this advisory is the official forecast has been shifted a slightly more inland, slightly closer to the triad. So let's talk about why and what could change for our